We want to like this game. We want to play it because it's fun, not because we think we might be addicted to it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, we're going to rant a bit today. There's going to finally be some outrage. You know, if you follow me, you know that I'm not big on doing a lot of outrage videos. In fact, I just did a state of the game video. And while it's ultimately, I think there's a lot of positivity, I definitely cover a lot of the negative things that are happening in our game, going on with our game, gave the feedback to Kabam. And I'm making this video for a couple of reasons, or a few reasons. One is I want to make sure everyone knows this is happening. You know, I caught a few streams yesterday. I streamed on Tuesday myself. I have the benefit of being in my Discord server and seeing and reading all of the comments from people who are experiencing massive input issues. And I want to address that. I also want to explain, like, why am I still playing the game? Like, and that's one of the biggest things we do is we give advice as YouTubers. I give advice, how to take a fight, who to rank up, blah, 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 right? And I want to cover, like, well, wait a minute, Vega, and this is the things I always struggle with. Like, if you're so frustrated with the game, if it's so upsetting, if it's so annoying, why are you still playing it? And I want to address that today, and I will. And that way I have something to point to and I can show people. I know this video is not going to do well. It's not going to do well. It's not going to get a lot of views. The duration might not even be that high. I have no idea, but I'm doing this because I'm a person. I enjoy playing this game first and foremost, and I want to give out advice and tell you my thoughts. And ultimately, if I can on this one, I want to put a little pressure on Kabam because I think they are really messing up. I've given this feedback in the CCP server. I've given it through direct messages, and now I'm going to take it public and give it to you as well. But also, hopefully Kabam sees this. They can read through the comments and they can understand, because, you know, in a lot of ways, and I'll say this too, I don't know something until someone tells me. One of the best things about doing rank up videos or tier list videos is you all tell me, like, hey, here's how I'm using this champion. Or in my Discord server, people are showing videos, screenshots, all this various thing. We're talking constantly in there. I'm like, oh, wow, I did not know that. So I'm not saying that they're doing this intentionally. I'm saying maybe they just don't realize it. Now, we're looking at a screenshot here. What are we looking at? This was AQ. This is AQ. We're done now. And I only had to use 2 items. And I know some of you are like, oh, boo, you had to use 2 items. And I had Hercules on my team. And if I had just chosen to change my masteries into the recoil tree, he would have healed up and I never would have needed to use those items at all. But that's not the point. One, we could get sidetracked and talk about preset masteries. Why is that still not a thing? Why is it not being talked about? Why has it not been communicated? But more importantly, and the point of this video is, I should not have had to. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put it on the thumbnail. I took 12 hits against a Guillotine 99. 12 hits where it just stopped working. I've noticed the input issues. They actually got better. That's what's making this even more frustrating, is that we've had them for so long. They actually got better. A refractor came out. It was working. And then something happened that, like, broke everything. And champions that are extra large, this is what I've noticed, extra large or champions with weapons somehow just get through blocks. I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe the timing's off. I don't really care what it is because it's not my job to figure it out, but it is happening. Extra large, champions with weapons. It happened on my stream. Those of you who tried to do Summer of Pain Blade know the pain of this. He's not extra large. He does have a weapon, but that wouldn't explain the SP1. Something is wrong, and yet for some reason, compensation is stopping. It's not stopping, it's stopped. Just flat out stopped. There appears to be the solution, and what I think is the long-term solution with the loyalty store and the glory store. We'll need to see how those work out and play out over time, especially once input issues are actually fixed. But what's bothering me so much is that there's, to the best of my knowledge, and if I'm wrong, you let me know, there's no communication as to what the heck is going on. It's just as if we're acting as though, problem solved, congratulations. And it's not fixed. We're playing the game. We can see it, we can feel it. And that's what's actually important. It's not, oh, well, you know, we were able to sell our war revives and we got a lot of loyalty back. So even though war is starting today, you know, we got this, like, no. No, that's all extra stuff. That's stuff that gets you misguided and it's like the distraction. That doesn't change the issue. The issue is that the game is not working. It's blatantly obvious, and for some reason the compensation has stopped. And there's been no communication on that. We're just acting as if, oh, it's working. I can't think what the proper term is right now, but where someone's just blatantly not addressing you. They're not telling you the truth. Now, I started that by saying, like, I don't think this is necessarily intentional. I think maybe Kabam doesn't know. They got a lot going on. They're doing a variety of things. So I'm telling them. I know other people are telling them. I see it in the CCP server. I see it in my Discord server. I'm making this video. Until the input issues are fixed, which, by the way, they should have been, due compensation. And even if you're like, hey, look, so many of you had built up massive stores of loyalty. I was one of them. I had like over 1 million loyalty. There were times where I was actually letting revives expire. You don't act like you need to do all of that. You don't need to give us a ton of loyalty and the crystals, and you don't need to do that. But recognize that it's happening. Do something so that we don't dislike you. You make a fun game. It's enough. The game is fun enough for us to just want to log in and play it. Don't make us dislike it while actually playing it. Don't make it so that we're going to die in war, or we have to use items in AQ, which honestly, from what I can tell, 99% of the player base cannot stand. Don't intensify that. There's no reason for it. Give us a small amount. Say thank you for bearing with us while we try to figure this out. We want to get it right for you. And then we like you. And instead of spending our units on things like AQ revives or Alliance War revives, which is doubling down in the pain of something negative that shouldn't have been happening anyway, we'll use those units to open Cav crystals or buy deals on July 4th because we're happy. We're happy customers. We want to like this game. We want to play it because it's fun, not because we think we might be addicted to it. No one likes that. And the more it's shown to us that we feel like we might be playing because we're addicted to it, or because there's been some like social science experiment done on us and we've been taught to log in and do these things, the more we don't like it, the more the experience is negative. There's no reason for it. I don't think there ever was, but there definitely isn't anymore. People are playing the game because it can be fun. Now, I said I was going to give advice and whatever. If this is how it's going to be, I wouldn't do alliance modes. Unless it's just that important to you, you know, Alliance War, I know there's people in tier 1 or map 8 and things like that. But if you're just like, I would just play an alliance that's fitting the way you want to play. That's always my advice. But like, if you were like, hey dude, don't finish the map. Don't waste your units on this because it's the inputs. It's not you. Like when we make a mistake, that's fine. That's fine. We'll spend our units, like we farm revives, we buy revives, whatever, that's fine. But when it's not your fault, you shouldn't have to keep going. And you're like, well, what about Vega? Like, that sounds awfully hypocritical. We see you're in the Alliance for Loki. You were going to leave it. Now you're back. Like, and I want to address that. I'm a player of this game. I first and foremost love playing this game. Second of all, I love having a channel and I love the interaction with you all. That's so much fun for me, and it is now an integral part of my enjoyment of the game. And third, I enjoy my alliance. I love my alliance mates. They are very fun, cool people. And I'm kind of gotten to the point where the people who hang out on my Discord server, that's part of my day. That's part of my life. I log on, I chat with you all. Like, it's so much fun. And all of that combined has me playing a very long-term version of this game, which I would think is probably different than the vast majority of people who are viewing this video. And so as a result, the advice I would give is not necessarily what you will see me myself doing. I'm playing a long-term version of this game. And so if I have to suffer through some input issues, like I get annoyed, right? And I was going to take my break early, but I'm going to now wait till my vacation. But I don't want to leave my friends in 4 Loki. I don't want to not get the rewards that come from doing map 8 every week. I don't want to not get the rewards from war that will come from finishing off the season, because I still fully intend to be playing this game in 2 or 3 or 4 years. And while, yeah, 1 month or 2 months of mission rewards, maybe it doesn't seem like a big deal, it's really nice. And it gives me champions to rank up. It helps me make videos. And then again, feeds back into all of those interactions that I say I love and I'm enjoying. And I'm honestly saying that. So I can quote unquote take Kabam to task. I am giving them this information. I'm not going to accuse them of anything underhanded. I do not know their mindset. And I'm actually going to assume that they don't want to upset their customers. That being said, I am very much trying to voice, this is incredibly frustrating. I am not the only person who's frustrated by it, and it does not need to exist. Many of us have accepted there's input issues. That has taken significantly longer to get it fixed than any of us would have imagined. You can ease the pain of that, and you can definitely not make it more painful by taking away compensation and acting as if the issues do not exist anymore. Because we are playing the game and we know for a fact that they are. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions on this, please let me know. Respond to comments. I'm going to be leaving on a short vacation here for the weekend, so I might not get back to everything right away, but I will eventually get back to it. I'm sorry if you are having input issues too, and I think you can know if you watch my channel. You know I don't tend to get worked up like this, but on this one, I am. It is so incredibly unnecessary, and yet war season is starting. Map 8 is continuing to go on. Eternity of Pain is difficult, but it's even more difficult because sometimes the controls just stop working. Streaming, normally a blast, but when the controls just stop working, when you can't block, you can't even block, that's not fun, that's frustrating. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.
I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.